Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Davion Seen It. I am back with another video. If you're new, hit that like and hit that subscribe button. And today we're going to be doing a quick overview of the whole entire season and what I think. This is not going to be necessarily a recap. It is a review of sorts, but it is not a recap, even though I may point out some things that's happened in this episode. But I just want to talk about the season overall. This is what I do for all the shows that has aired, and what I'm going to continue to do for each season finale. Just give a whole overall opinion review on the actual season, and then touch upon some of the things that happened in the episode. But here's my overall review of the season. This season was heavy. It went down in the valley. It definitely did. It went down in the valley. Talk about a lot of personal things that has been displayed on the TV. A lot of people can relate to. A lot of character development, that's for sure. And the story arc has definitely cultivated in many, many ways. I mean, season 3 has to come like next year. Like, they left us with a crazy cliffhanger at the end. Didn't I tell you? You know, if you still don't believe me, go to my Jezebel video about Big Bone's agenda. Go to that video, and then you'll see exactly what I was talking about. Didn't I say that Diamond was one of them people that get hurt the most? Yeah, I was right. But anyway, this season it had a lot of great performances down from Brandy Evans, especially your boy Jay Alfonso Nicholson. Yeah, I'm saying his name right. I mean, shout out to him. To me, to be honest with you, his character growth in the show in this season, I mean, it stole the show for me. He stole the show in a lot of scenes. I mean, he was a real scene stealer. I mean, the first season we seen Lil Murda as just this ignorant rapper, and he so happens to be on a low, but he's just really ignorant. He cusses a lot. He made ignorant music. But in this season, we see another side to him. And at the end of this season, in this episode, before he goes out on stage to perform 7 Pounds of Pressure, we see where he's been and see what kind of person he's been over the past few episodes. It has like this glass break thing, this little sharded glass thing that's full of all the people that he used to be. All these personalities, all these things that have changed him. And let's talk about it was a little action packed this season too, with me being that the CFC and the HVH are going at it, and you got your girl Mercedes. She's been going through her thing, and which is what I'm glad to, and that's what I want to speak about real quick. Shout out to Mercedes for knowing when to quit and knowing when to move on to something better, because I was not trying to see her struggle throughout this whole episode stripping, even though she did kill it at the end with 7 Pounds of Pressure. Now, I should have known that in the last episode that her and Lil Murda was going to work together, but that was totally unpredictable. I couldn't even predict that. And if you did predict that, shout out to you. I feel like I definitely like how they covered a lot about mental health, sexual violence, and suicide, and just it was a lot to cover in this season, especially that a lot of the demographic is African American people, Black people, and it's something that we can definitely relate to because it happens in our community a lot. And you can say that it shouldn't take a TV show to get people to urge people to take certain things, the subject matter, seriously, but it is what it is. I mean, at least it's something that gets us talking, because we've been talking about this season and what's been happening in the season, like, since it's aired. Now, the episode 10 season finale I want to talk about. It was a lot that went on. It was a lot of loose ends that got tied up, but there's a lot of loose ends that need to be tied up, which is why I'm glad they didn't give us like an entire explosive season finale. I'm glad it didn't really get so crazy to the point like, oh, whoa. And then it just kind of drains all the anticipation for season 3. When you get to season 3, it's like, where do we go from here? But now that we have a cliffhanger, this is going to be season 3 is going to be off the hook. Now, you got your girl, Mercedes. She has to do one last dance, and I'm glad she killed it. And then it's funny too, being that she had 7 pounds of pressure in her arm. When the song was playing itself, she was just jumping around, dancing like it was nothing. I mean, she killed it. She came aggressive with it. Now, the one thing I liked about this episode that had my my jaw open, like, was when Lil Murda went out, and after he seen that collage of all of the things that he's been and the kind of people that he's turned into, we see him walking on stage and he starts doing the acapella for 7 pounds of pressure right in front of your boy Maine. Now, Maine is pissed all the way off because, one, he already knows, like, you're my op. And then you got Shorty that I be rocking with, that I'm cool with up there. So expect some problems are going to be between her, Maine, and Lil Murda and all that craziness. Later on, he confronts her and he starts acting real different towards her. Now, I read it's been said that he was her hood therapist, so I don't know if them sessions are going to be continuing. Now, you got your girl, Terica. Terica, you see the way she was looking at Maine. Now, you can say that Maine was cool. Well, Maine was looking at her. I was looking for that to see if he was going to be looking at her, but it seems like he wasn't really interested, as he shouldn't be, because Terica is 14 and how old is Maine? Like late 30s, early 40s, something like that. But it's definitely a change in between their relationship. I mean, being that you are cool and you did something, not like that, but did something collaborative with someone I got murder smoke with. Oh no, I mean, how is this relationship going to turn out now? Now we get your girl Patrice Woodbine. Yeah, she finally won the race, and she been at it for a while. Andre, on the other hand, decided he was tired of trying to be whatever people wanted him to be, so he dropped out the race, and all that other stuff he ain't even worried about. Now, who I want to talk about? I want to talk about your girl Autumn. Autumn, on the other hand, see, she should have took the $5 million. She should have took that $5 million, but she didn't, trying to be too greedy, and it all caught up with her once Uncle Clifford fessed her up. In the middle of the episode, he really fessed her up, told her about herself, but that didn't really do much. I mean, Uncle Clifford thought he said something, but at the end of the day, Haley still won because she snuck right on out of Chuckalisa. Now she's somewhere else. Now it seems, just based off region wise, where would she go? Where could she go? Well, I don't know. Maybe to New Orleans somewhere, the good part of New Orleans, and then Louisiana. And the reason I say New Orleans, you're probably going to be like, well, she was just in New Orleans and Hurricane. Chill out. Maybe New Orleans because it's closer to Mississippi. Who knows? I have a lot of questions. But she definitely should have took the $5 million, being that she was trying to get all up under Uncle Clifford's and Mercedes' good graces just to sell the club. Man, that is wild, man. That is some wild stuff. But can you really blame her? I'm not one of the people that's really mad at Autumn and really necessarily hate her. I get it, but I don't know. Now, let's talk about how your girl Roulette is getting ready to start recruiting shorties. Now, last episode, we seen your girl Whisper talking to, what was her name? Toy or something like that. One of the strippers. And she was down bad. She was sad, crying. And Whispers looked to Roulette to help her. Roulette act like she didn't want to help her, but she got a second change. She got a change of heart. And that's how she's finna become a recruiter. And the reason that became about is because when Whispers got saved by Roulette from your boy Clarence, and after he got the she had some kind of trust in Roulette. So I want to see how that's going to play out. Now, let's talk about how your boy Diamond got kidnapped at the end. Now, that was some crazy mess. But at this end of the day, at the same time, I don't think Diamond is dead. I mean, he can't be dead. I mean, do you know how uninteresting that would have been if he actually died in the car? Now, I told you that Big Bone had an agenda for Diamond. Now, at first I said it was for Autumn. And at first, I thought this was going to be the episode where Autumn has everything put rain on her. I had a feeling that I thought this episode was going to be where Autumn was going to be held accountable for a lot of things. Karma was going to come back and bite her in the ass. But that's not what they wanted us to see. That's going to have to be saved into the next season. And by the way, before I get venture off into the Diamond situation, I want to say that I feel like this whole Montavious thing with Autumn, I think this is like a main storyline for the series, at least a main subplot that cultivates the storyline. And so don't expect the whole Montavious thing to go away so fast, because being that Autumn is the main character and that her storyline isn't over or none of her issues has been resolved yet, expect the Montavious crew to still be coming after. Kind of like in Power when the Kanan was still coming after Ghost for like 3 seasons, then they finally, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. But now back to Diamond and Big Bone. I told you that Diamond was going to be one of the people that get hurt. I said it in my video, my Big Bone analysis video. I said that Diamond is one of the people that gets hurt the most, and he got hurt physically. I don't know emotionally, but I know mentally. This finna get in that ass. Yeah, and you see Montavious ring, so that basically just confirmed that she's running with Montavious crew, because you seen in the episode before this one, I believe, you seen when she had the picture of Montavious ring, right? And she was getting ready to send it. She was contemplating, damn, should I send it? Now, why is this happening? Because you already know why this is happening. I know I didn't put a recap up for episode 9, but you should know what happened. Now, your girl Keyshawn. Now I was rooting for Keyshawn. I was just predicting. I was just sure that, yeah, this is the season where Derek dies. This the episode. He's going to die right here. But, man, they proved me wrong. I'm not mad that I got proved wrong on all of my predictions, because that just shows you that the show is not really predictable. But god damn, man, come on, Keyshawn. And why does Keyshawn keep getting the most messed up storylines? I know she's supposed to be this sweet girl that's vulnerable to a lot, but like, can we just give her a good, decent storyline? A storyline where she's not having to cry, because I can't, this whole Derek thing, Derek has to go. And I'm gonna just say this, bro. Derek cannot be the next Dre. You watch Power, you know what I'm talking about. Excuse me, my hands are ashy and knuckles, and I've been packing boxes all day and shit. But yo, this cannot happen. You seen Power. You see, we can't have that happen. Overall, this episode, I have to be honest, I'm not going to get biased like I've been being biased on a lot of TV shows. But I'm not going to say that this episode was so late. Like, oh, but I definitely enjoyed the episode for what it was, because it left a lot of things open for the next season and the next season if they want to keep going and going. Hopefully they don't do that, like on no Power Book type shit, even though I like Raising Again, but whatever. It was a lot of things that got left open. Some things that needed to be tied got tied up. Like certain storylines that shouldn't be dragged along don't need to be dragged along. Now, the whole Farrah and Mercedes situation, yeah, I can see something healthy coming out of that. I really like to see Mercedes move on, being that she's an older stripper. I'm sorry, an older dancer. And it's time for her to retire. Now, I have to go back. Now, when Mercedes said that I'm moving on to new things, we just dreaming new dreams, understand this. Clifford is losing a lot of his dancers. You got Keyshawn leaving. You got Mercedes leaving, such and such leaving. It's a lot of people. Now, I know this is going to be a bittersweet thing, because, yes, my people, my employees that was working for me are finding better, but y'all are the best. And I like that for them. I just hope that at some point Uncle Clifford can follow his dream and dream new dreams, because the whole stripping thing is not forever. It may be temporary, but it's not forever. And being that he's afraid of love, and he basically just ran, well, he didn't run Lil Murda away, but at some point, we already know that they're gonna have some differences next season. That's just how it is. Now, one thing I want to say too, I have the concern about is the mother. What happened to Uncle Clifford's mother? And another thing I want to find out, I want to know in the next season, or maybe the next season after that, is how did Uncle Clifford get to be Uncle Clifford? Now, I'm not saying like, oh, well, what he is or who he is bad. That is not. I just want to know, just for character purposes, storyline purposes. But overall, man, this episode it set up a lot for the next season, and it is not one of those episodes where you can say, well, this episode setting a lot for the next season, but nothing happened. No, there was a good amount of things that happened, a lot of things that they teased, and so on and so forth. Overall, the season is a 9.5 out of 10. It is next season they're gonna have to come on with it. They like the stuff that was going on in this season. They raised the bar for how we're gonna be watching this show for upcoming seasons, man. And I look forward to it, bro. And I look forward to seeing how Lil Murda's character is gonna develop. I mean, he is my favorite character. It's a lot of characters that I like. I think when you get to the second season of a show, you start this not build, but have certain relationships with characters that you didn't think you would have in the season prior. And so I think that's what's starting to happen. We're starting to get characters that we like. We can pick who we like because we know these people now. We just going to see who they really are as the seasons progress. But that's my video and my recap slash review slash overall thoughts of the season 2 of P-Valley. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I really hope y'all enjoyed this season like I have, because this season has been crazy. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button. And if I ran out of anything to say about this episode, if I missed anything, y'all let me know and drop them down in the comments below. Y'all hit that like and hit that subscribe button. I'm up out of here, y'all. Y'all be easy.